Intro.
Thirsty and 30.
Hello, and welcome to episode 11 of Thirsty and 30, the chat show that's fun, informative, and frankly, the blind leading the blind in the love space. Our goal is to navigate and translate modern love in all its complications and quirks. And of course, make you feel a bit less lonely during these times. So I'm Bea, your usual non-expert. And tonight for our Halloween episode, we're both made up as cats. So, yeah, if you didn't notice, it's not dirt.
It's not. We're gonna roll around. This is us. Hold on.
Pinaghirapan natin to.
I'm checking on our Kumu, and weirdly enough, it's me and Jackson for some weird reason.
Who's
But
Jackson?
me and remember the thing I did last week? I don't know why it's just me and that guy on the Kumu thing. It's
Oh,
so weird.
okay.
Hold on. This one. It's like this on Kumu. Hold on. Let me fix it. Okay, there. Okay, now it's better.
We're good.
Yep. Okay. Go ahead, Bea. So good evening, Bea and our thirsty crowd. Special hello to our viewer Jared. Thank you so much for that ebook you sent us. Bea, what was it called?
It's called Sex, Robots, and Meat vegan meat. So I thought you were scamming us. So I checked with Shari, but apparently it's legit. And we're so appreciative that you sent me that ebook because I've been looking for that book like
I'm
just a
gonna
few
read it
hours ago.
tonight. If I'm interested in robots, they're the sex
Yeah.
robots.
I mean,
Whatever.
apparently our future is all about sex robots. So I'm interested to hear what maybe we should dedicate an episode to that. I don't know, Shari.
Safe sex during the COVID times is with a sex robot. Is that
Yeah.
a thing? I don't know. So also, happy birthday to my bestie five ever, Isa. It's her birthday tomorrow. Hello. So, I'm Shari, your other non-expert in love. I'm impressed with our makeup tonight, Bea. As you
Mm.
viewers can see, we are cats. Meow, because it's Halloween. So why did we get dressed up as
Please
cats ba?
appreciate it.
Oh,
Well,
I even drew hair.
guys, walang brush yan ah. Isang ano lang yan. Ano, blush brush.
Bakit ba
Saka
tayo,
Q-tip.
bakit tayo mga pusa?
Well, it seems really very fitting tonight that we do appear as cats concerning our topic, which is, I think this is very close to your heart and your mind, Sherry.
Is it?
Which is, I mean, you thought of this topic, so it's very interesting to keep giving, when to keep giving and when to give up. So,
Okay, this topic though was inspired by your guest, Over-caffeinated.
yeah.
So it's not inspired by me. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, definitely. Oh, don't worry, Shai. I didn't think it was based on you.
Defensive.
So, because I usually think of like sex robots, and you think about the finding the one, which is nice. Good balance. So,
Balance.
there are two reasons why we are cats tonight. Number one, there is a popular myth of cats having 9 lives, and in the realm of decoding signs, no matter how badly or coldly we are treated, we still persist. So let's try to crush this kind of behavior tonight. And hopefully we give you some insight.
Yeah, and of course, cats, us. Cats are so much more transparent than dogs. Personally, I prefer dogs like 100%. But I have to give it to cats. They are upfront. They know if they like you or if they don't, and you can tell. And isn't that all that we really want in our love lives? Like transparency, right? I don't
Oh,
need to guess. I'm not a freaking lie detector. Just be upfront,
Wait, mahal ba? Mahal. I can't understand kung mahal ang transparency kasi libre naman yan. Kaya gawin niyo na lang yan. So,
It's
times of
free.
COVID.
Free transparent.
Huwag magpahirap. So,
Yeah.
exactly. So tonight we'll be discussing with two of our closest friends, Miguel Roy and Therese Liboro. I won't go on a really long description about them, but if there's really anything that I can describe these two people accurately, I would say they are both classified as kaibigan ng bayan. I feel like so many people seek their advice when it comes to all things life and love, or just experiencing life itself and just having those nuggets of wisdom we all want. And of course, I can only imagine what secrets they keep. So, yeah, Sherry, those are our guests, and I'm excited.
I know, let's bring them in. Diba? We can torture them maybe because I feel like they have so much secrets. Let's add them. So here's Roy and here's Therese. Hi, guys.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Evening.
Hello.
Good
Okay.
evening.
So, guys, evening. Pogi, ang pogi, ang ganda nyo naman. Look at that. Fixed hair.
One by one pick nga eh.
Oo, one by one.
Yan. Guys, paki-picturean lang para meron pala ako. Papiprint ko. Tapos,
Nakapwede.
Kailangan ng passport.
exactly.
So,
Kailangan
guys,
ba ng photo
Oo.
for safe pass? Anyways, go on.
Okay, so guys, we always start with a little icebreaker. So here's our icebreaker today. Can you share with us a time you were treated like a doormat? If there ever was a time.
You wanna go first?
Baka mahaba yun sa akin. So, the joke lang. Being a doormat. Yeah, actually, it was... Okay, so I was still young back then. Probably like college and after college, 2 years after college. So my girlfriend back then was super tough. Grabe, like, whew, super tough.
Ball
I mean,
crusher.
yeah. Yeah, I got you. Parang ganun eh. Yung tipong, even if I'm wrong, you fucking say sorry. I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
Oh, me being me, I was like,
So nag-sorry ka?
sorry na. Even if she did something wrong, I'm so sorry you did that.
So diba the Filipino term is you're under the saya? So that term.
Okay lang naman under the saya. I mean, it's...
It's a nice
good view.
word to be in sometimes.
Hi, hello, how are you there?
Pwede.
No, but yeah, there was a time I was like that, and it was really tough for me when we broke up. So I don't know if I don't know what details you want, but yeah, I've been there, and it came to a point na there was some hurting, and I was like, okay, stop now. I don't need this. This is not for me. So there, yeah, but I was in that kind of relationship. We can go into detail later.
Oh, for sure. Don't worry. Go on.
I
Continue
will save the
later.
juicy ones for later.
Okay. Sige, I'll give a short setup then and save the rest for later.
Yeah.
Medyo weird din yung wording, Shari eh. Like, for me you can either be treated like a doormat, but sometimes you're also acting like one and they don't realize it.
Mm.
So, I don't know, I forgot what movie or what show that was in, pero you get the love or the respect you think you deserve. And I think back then, now in retrospect, as an older person, I realized that it wasn't so much that the guy was being a dick. It was that he obviously didn't like me as much as I liked him. So I acted like the doormat. Parang always making myself available, even if all the signs were there na parang, okay, baka naman he just feels bad, or baka naman like, yun nga, parang you're putting the pressure of your feelings on someone else, and then you act like a doormat. That's what I was doing. So I think that's something that we'll be talking about later din, na you kind of have to leave the room.
I agree with that.
Where the line is, whether you're the one that's being treated like shit because that person's being a dick, or whether you're already treating yourself like shit and wala ka ng self.
Yeah, and ikaw, Bea, meron ka ba?
Ah, tinatapakan ng door. Pwede naman. Meron naman. I think siguro my only relationship, I would say, I was pretty much a doormat for, I would say, probably 7 out of the 10 years. Um, yeah, I think it's hard. Like when you when you know certain things, like maybe more on the womanizing aspect, you kind of just accept that that's the case. Um, and you think, okay, there are other things like we hang out on Sundays or yung type na yung sinasabi mo, Shari, about hanging out with the weekend. The Sunday is reserved for the main woman. So
Yeah.
parang ganon. Yung type na I got Sundays anyways. And the rest
But
of
then
the
Wala
time,
na Sunday.
I
Pang weekday
want
lang.
yeah, so parang ganun. The Sunday was so important because it's like
Yeah.
Sabbath day or like rest day for people. So you think because they gave you Sunday, it's like you're important. But actually, there's all these other aspects of the day that hindi ka
There
pala
are
iniisip.
there are 6 other days of the week. I
Yeah.
think I think being treated like a doormat, like whoever you are, you can be whatever person, you can be as beautiful or as spunky as you are, but everybody has experienced this in one way or the other. Diba? Parang
Yeah.
imposible hindi. So, Bea,
Yeah.
what are we gonna talk about today?
Okay, well, everyone. Okay, this is my question. Roy, have you seen the movie He's Just Not Into You, or is this a girl thing?
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Okay.
I just can't
10
remember
times.
the
10
story.
times.
I know. I'm like, I
I've seen
know
it
before
before.
I've seen it.
I've seen it before, yeah.
Okay. So, okay, Shari, we're gonna break it down, right? I think
Yeah.
you're very passionate about this since you made a poster. You want to talk about it?
Yeah. Wait, what basically we asked the question first on our Instagram, and like I got a few responses. Like a lot of people, like I asked, like, have you ever felt that the person, whoever he or she is, just not that into you? And ang dami. There was this one person who said na parang never asked them out on a date. We've been talking for 6 months. And there was one, like a friend of mine
Move
responded.
on. I'm gonna say that. Move
Diba?
on.
No, but there was this one person, a friend of mine, who responded and said that parang she was seeing this guy for a few months. Like, it was he would come over, he'd sleep in her house, and then
Yeah.
she went on this trip, like a quick trip, and then this guy texts na parang, "Oh, how's your trip going?" And then she goes like, "Oh, cute," like text her to like, check on me, and then she was like, "Oh, it's fine. I was just thinking of texting you." And then he was like, "Ah, that's sweet." But then he goes and like, "Enjoy your trip. Be open."
I've never. Why would you say that?
Oh my gosh. And then she was like, okay. So clearly it didn't go on after that. But guys, are we all in agreement the line "be open" is kind of like I'm I'm also being open? What does that mean?
I think it is that, but I also think it's one of those things like nobody wants to be the bad guy. Nobody wants to be the one to break it off. So you kind of say little things or do little things that force the other person to end it. But you're the one, the feeling coming from you now. You're like, I'm not, that guy might have, I can't speak for him, but might have not been so into the girl anymore. But he tried to look like the nice guy and tell her like, yeah, enjoy, be open, because that's what he wants to do back home.
Listen to me in my head when somebody says "be open," that's like that means ikaw open ka. Reset ka.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
That's where, yeah.
you wouldn't tell someone to do
Yeah.
something that you wouldn't do or you don't want to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, I would have said that before because, like, I think if you're cheated on, you have a really major trust issue. So I would have said that to someone I liked, like, be open, like, date other people because I didn't want that expectation of being like, in a monogamous
Committed,
relation.
yeah.
Yeah. But anyways, that's an exception, not the rule.
I wouldn't even
We're gonna
say
get
that
to that.
line.
Huh?
I wouldn't even say that line. Be open. Why?
I agree with Roy. I'm with Roy on
Parang,
this.
like, fuck that. Like, be open. Magsa-Starbucks tayo pagdating ko.
Starbucks.
Be open. I mean, tayo na, diba? Who says that? Be open. Like, sige, okay lang. Open-minded ako. Pagbalik ko dyan.
I was like, networker ka? Ano ba? Reset?
Yeah, not worth it. Because obviously they're doing it
Oo.
because they want to be open also.
Exactly.
If you're into that, sige, both of you be open. But if not, parang, nah.
Yun yung mga clear signs na parang hindi, move on. Okay, so guys, well, in line with Halloween and the horrors of dating, clearly Halloween, we will do away with our three-parter, which is our usual favorite, and focus on the 7 deadly signs. So the telltale signs that he or she is just not that into you. Guys, hold on. Let me my graphic design. Yes. Oh, ha?
Ano, sabi, pinaghirapan mo to.
Okay. So guys, the 7 deadly signs: pride, greed, lust, envy, gluttony, wrath, and sloth. Okay, so take it away, Bea. What's the first one?
Okay, before we jump into this, I just have to acknowledge a few people. The comments are going a little bit crazy. But I just see like, haha, hi girls, ganda nyo. Anyways, thank you. Yun lang binate. My cousin again, who is 10 years old, is watching. Tama na yan. Here to support, so I really appreciate it. And Pia, Cats, Gian, Isabel, Cats, paulit-ulit na lang. Marielle,
Hi, guys.
a lot of people.
Hi,
So
guys.
yes, please share your situations. But let's start with my favorite, which is pride. When someone doesn't really initiate the conversation, whether it's a text or call, is that such a bad thing? Or could they like you, but they're just like really hard to get? What do you guys think?
It can be. It's harder for us guys because of course we initiate most of the time, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, but well, we initiate most of the time. So let's just say when I was a kid or when I was like in college, if I sent you a message and you don't reply, I'd be like, fuck, mali ba yung spelling ko? Like, puta ina, shit.
Wala, may load pa ba ako?
Oh, ba? Loser ba yung tatlong dot after ng sentence?
Bawal ba mag-ellipses? Oh my God.
Masyadong
Bawal
malaki
na.
yung load ko.
Hindi ba cool yung yun, ellipsis na yan? Nag-smiley ako. Is it too early? Fuck.
Is it too early for a smiley? Buti na lang
Yung U na may dot na gano'n. Oh my God, nag-U ako.
close parenthesis. Yung colon with close parenthesis. 2 close parenthesis.
Actually, okay lang yun eh. Mas okay pa yun kaysa sa U eh, di ba? So, I mean, yeah, before, I would like freak out if someone doesn't reply, right? But now that I'm older, I mean, maybe she's at work. Maybe she's doing something. So it really doesn't matter. Like, fuck, don't reply. I'm doing a report.
Pero how long is
Right?
how long is too long for a non-reply?
Oh, okay. So that's a good question. Probably like if she doesn't reply same day, I think that's too long. Because of course you will look at your cell phone, and that day. Come on, there's
I agree.
Facebook, there's Instagram.
I agree.
Right?
The work hours are, like understandable. But I guess anytime after 8 hours.
If she doesn't reply after 5,
Wag naman 5. I work until 9, ha?
sige, fine. Sige, fine. 9. Sa mga workaholic dyan, 9. Pinipigyan ko na ng time, 9.
Grace
dyan,
naman.
9 ha, guys, 9 to 12. Yun yung window nyo, ha.
I think this makes sense also. I think it depends if the reply sounds interested. Baka naman, baka the K ka lang palagi. Para Okay.
But, so going back, I don't think it's an issue for me if she doesn't reply.
Okay.
I mean, you're just, okay, it's, the way I think about it is, fine, I'll text someone. If she doesn't reply, I'll text another person. Parang lotto. Right?
You have to shoot your shot.
Kumbaga parang more entries, more chances of winning. Hey! Right?
Oh, girls, what about this though? What if bad texter?
Okay, before we get to the bad texter lang, parang kasi yung point ni Roy is replying, di ba? But when it comes to initiating the messaging, I kind of
Uh-oh.
understand that in the Philippines, the expectation is guys message first at the start.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Pero yun nga, if you've been texting for 2 months, tas never na nag-initiate yung girl even after the 2 months.
Red
I
flag yun.
mean, I don't know. For me, it's like if a girl is interested and you try to not text for a while, come on. I'm sure she'll try to think of a conversation starter. Girls are creative then. They'll find a
Yeah.
way. Or
Yeah.
parang,
I'm gonna send you like a cute puppy on Instagram or something if you want to have a conversation.
I'll send a wrong message and then I'll be like, I sorry, wrong message.
Wrong
Pero
smartphone, wrong send.
Parang ginawa ko yun ng grade school.
I've done that.
That's what I mean. Like guys can initiate at the start. That's the expectation. But if it's been a while now and the girl really does not initiate at all, it might be a sign
Yeah.
that she's also not interested.
Speaking of girls not being interested, if you guys remember 2 episodes ago, we had a guest, Over-caffeinated. He kind of inspired this episode. So, guys, we do have a bit of an update with him. Bea, can you give a recap to our audience? What was his story
Yeah,
again?
sure. But I have to mention this because I am a big fan of this. Send ka ng voice notes. Mahilig ako sa
Yes.
voice notes. Kaya,
Actually, ako rin. I hate text.
I know some people that hate voice notes. Karol G hates receiving voice notes from
Si
me.
Marielle and Isa, they yell at me all the time. Like, hindi mo kaya mag-type? Bakit? As like, ano ka?
Karol's like, sorry, Therese, didn't listen to your voice notes. I just replied pretending I did.
Okay, so just a quick update for people that haven't heard Over-caffeinated story. Well, the last time he was in our show, he basically said that it was his last hope till he would give up on love, right? He found someone, that cafe girl, and kind of strike that really like kind of
Shop
charm. Ay, shop girl. Ano ba?
Shop
Ano yun?
girl. Shop.
Ay, cafe shop girl. Starbucks girl na lang. Starbucks girl. So saw someone in a Starbucks shop and really liked her, but he's in this kind of murky water, thinking if type ba talaga siya or hindi. I think feeling niya type siya. The crowd is not convinced, so maybe this is a second chance for him to convince us.
So, guys, he does have a bit of an update for us. Okay, so here he is, Over-caffeinated. Over-caffeinated, welcome back.
I didn't know that this episode is inspired by me. Okay,
Yes.
thanks. So
Okay,
so
give us
update.
your
Uh, so I went there to the shop, right? And I was doing work because one of my clients canceled their order, and I had a shit ton of things to give away. I saw the girl in the shop. I knocked on the shop and said, "Hey, I have a lot of stuff to give away. Do you want it?" And sabi niya, "Okay, fine. So I'll just check my stocks." So we stayed there. We talked about work, and then I stayed there for a couple of hours.
Wait,
Just
over-caffeinated,
talking to her.
you're over-caffeinated, you're choppy. Say it again. You went there, and then
I went
stayed-
there, right?
mm,
We talked about work, and I stayed there for a couple of hours, right? Then after that, the conversation between the two of us, what do you call that, changed. So the text became more like inside jokey, that warmer, I guess, and it became more
Okay.
often, right? So
Okay.
yeah, what is your take, girl? Mrs. Shari, Bea.
Okay,
Yeah,
should we
something.
recap for him? We
Yeah,
can
yeah,
recap.
yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
please do. Sorry, I was a bit choppy.
Okay, so basically he has some stuff that he has to get rid of because of some products, and then so she went to the girl's shop because she was there without telling her. It was closed, so he knocks and then he says, "Oh, I have some stuff. That I have to get rid of. Do you want them?" And then she says, "Oh yeah, come in." And then they talk about the stuff that he has to give, and then they were there for a few hours talking. before he gave her the stuff. And then he said na after that, it became friendlier. The conversations became friendlier, and that she was a bit more engaging. Um, wait, let's ask him. May date? Did have you guys agreed to go on a date?
No,
Not yet.
because
Did
I
you
didn't
ask?
ask. Because I didn't ask. Frankly, I didn't ask.
Okay.
Have
Okay,
you
you're
asked
so
have you
go
asked
ahead.
her on a date?
Yeah, yes, I did. But then she is kind of busy. And it's not the her busy is not, oh, I'm busy. Douche answer. I can see naman that she's really busy. So
Okay,
Okay.
so I'll recap for you. I know what he
Okay.
said. So he asked her on a date before, and then she
Mm,
said no, diba? Twice, two,
mm.
yeah. And then basically
You
he
feel
said
bad, sorry.
he sees naman daw that she's very busy.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think his question now is he thinks that the that it worked because he was able to I okay, my word is very harsh, but I felt like it was like a bit of an ambush date. Um I'm not sure. Bea, can you
I don't think it's an ambush date. I just think like he made such a great effort, and it's
Hmm.
really good of him to bring fruits. However,
Bea, you're
I do I do have to say in the end, because there's no follow up, I just think
I
I'm
don't think
not
it's an
sure.
ambush date. I think they just
Yeah.
hung out.
Yeah.
yeah.
Or the Over-caffeinated. I think what you guys did was hang out.
Yeah.
I actually agree to
Sorry,
that. I
go
agree.
ahead,
I
sorry.
agree.
Yeah. If you did ask her out and she said no, and you see that she's busy, I think that's a fair reason that she's busy. But baka next time you ask her out, you can ask, oh, what's a good time for you? Or
Yeah.
when's a convenient time for you? And if she still does not give a straight answer, you know, she just might, like if she's not giving an answer about when is a convenient time for her, maybe she's just shy, or maybe she does not want to put you in an uncomfortable position also. But usually, kasi, if you ask her out enough times and she is busy, she will generally probably tell you when she's not busy. If
So
she doesn't.
wait, can
Yeah.
so he asked her twice already? Is
Okay,
that right?
technically, Roy, he asked her once. He said, na, are you
Okay.
free to have some coffee with me? And then she
Okay.
says, I'm busy.
Okay.
And then I think she said yeah sometime, and then he kind of followed up, and then he was like, "Are you free?" And then she's like, "No," and then he goes like,
Okay.
"Okay, tell me when you're available. I'll work my schedule around yours." So there was
All
an initial
right.
no, and then she says after he asked that, she was like, that um, basically, that I have no social life. Parang yun yung second no.
So my second no. All right.
Yeah, that's to me that's the second no. What do you think?
Okay. May last one eh. So I mean, you can try. Like may strike two pa lang.
Oh, si
Shoot, by
Summer.
the third
Wait.
time, if it doesn't work out,
Pero sa
then
third time, dapat like, out ka na.
oh,
Ano ba?
Wait,
Move
don't you
on, move
think that
out. But you can move on to somebody else, obviously.
yeah, exactly.
wait, don't you think that she should make an effort this time? Because this gentleman did make a really nice effort. Wala bang dapat gawin siya? Diba?
No, I don't think she's obligated to, because
Okay.
she's not the
Exactly.
one pursuing him.
Yeah.
Although, like I
Yeah.
said, make an effort one last time and then ask her when it's convenient for
Yep.
her. If there's really no straight up answer,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of other people naman.
Right. Right.
Yeah. I
If she
think
said no twice already, I mean, you're already on the losing end here, buddy. So
she said no twice.
go what?
Shari's the only one who said she said no twice.
I said okay, he asked her on one date and then she said initially she said no, diba? And then he said, "Okay, tell me when you're available. I'll work my schedule around yours." And she said that I have no social life. So that's kind of a
Like,
second
it's true.
to me it's a second no. It could be just one no for one date, fine. But I think this is a good intro over caffeinated for a second question, like to ask again. So I say if she's reciprocating and you feel like she's really reciprocating, try to ask her on a date again. And then if it doesn't work again, and then I think you have your answer.
Okay.
Okay, I have to say though that this gentleman here over caffeinated. I think you have an answer that you want, and it's probably not here
No,
because
but
everyone's
guys, I have to tell you something. I feel for him.
yeah,
I can see the effort.
yeah.
Yeah.
You said no, fine, sige. So are you available now? I'm not. I don't have a social life. Okay, fine. It's okay. We'll make one for you. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. I
I
like
feel
that.
for him. Yeah, I feel for him because I'm the type of guy who doesn't give up. Like I keep on pushing,
Yeah.
right? But until you say no to my face, like, shh, no,
Yeah.
okay. But if there's still that little hope, I will get that little hope, and like, can we go out?
Oh,
I feel for him because I feel like he really wants to go out on a date with this
I
person.
know, same. Actually, like, I applaud the effort, but
Yeah, the effort's really
I
like
think
that.
at the third, I think at the third try, what everybody was saying naman at the third try,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
I've been saying this, shoot your shot, but sometimes you're gonna miss, and I'm not saying he will, but if
Mhm.
he does miss at the third,
yeah.
Okay,
Over
we've got
caffeinated. I think this is your third, and this is the best chance you've got. Here's another side of the coin. Move on,
oh,
bro. If she were interested, she would have met you halfway with a date and time that works for her. It's true, but I strongly believe that if you had the shot, it's now. And I think you'll do yourself a favor asking as soon as you can. At least you
yeah,
don't
yeah,
torture yourself
yeah.
if she says
Agree.
no again.
Great.
That's yeah. But yeah, more power over caffeinated. Your internet sucks, but did you okay ka ba?
Oh, I didn't know that I was looking somewhere else.
Okay, your internet's so bad. Sorry, over caffeinated, so choppy, but we're rooting for you and give it one more shot, then update us.
but
Yeah,
honestly,
third time.
that thing, whether or not it works out, if it does work out, I'm so happy
Yeah.
for you. If
Yeah.
it does not work out, please do not take it as a sign not to try with somebody
Yeah.
else. Like
Who
don't think that,
knows?
yeah, like don't think
Yeah.
that because it doesn't work out with one girl, you shouldn't be as transparent and as open and try again with someone else. Like
And
Over
yeah.
caffeinated.
Mm.
Who knows? The next person you ask out, she'll be like, when? Now
yeah,
na?
like now na.
Right?
Bakit ka
Game. Game
bukas
ka na.
so
Game na ako.
pwedeng ngayon?
Ah, di ka ba ready? Ako ready na eh.
Ano?
Oh, ba't hindi ka pa naka-ready?
Nakabag pa rin ako ng game. Ay, ganun.
Oh, next, Shari. Ano nang
Okay.
next na kasalanan? Tapos
So
mo
we
na.
started with pride. Now we have lust. So
Okay.
guys, this is when all they never text you unless it's a booty text or a booty call. So paano na yun? What if it starts out as just a casual hookup? Is she just not that into you, or is it just for sex? Ano ba? How do you interpret just a booty text all the time?
Do not discount the because I know people who started out as booty calls and then they got into relationships.
Mm.
Again, they're the exception, not the rule. But you know how they move from the booty call hookups to getting into a relationship. They communicated. Somebody finally put their foot down and said, "I want to take you out."
Yeah.
Or somebody finally put their foot down and said, like, "Yeah, we're having sex," or "Yeah, we're hooking up, but I kind of want something more with you specifically." It always took somebody communicating what they wanted. And if that doesn't happen and puro booty calls lang,
Mm-mm.
either you have to be the one that communicates it or wala. Hanggang booty call lang yan.
Roy, ito pala, sorry. Laki ng smile mo daw.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that. Text me anytime. Buti ko lang ba, Mina? Sure. There.
But don't guys ever feel bad also?
Now,
if they
na-ready
become
ka
a
na
booty
ba?
call?
Ready na ako.
Dito na ako.
Andito.
Nasa labas na ako.
Knock, knock na.
Dito na ako.
Knock, knock na.
Naging horror movie eh. Nasa labas na.
Dito na ako. Open up.
Diba? Ganun siya. So, no,
I'm open.
no, but, shoot.
No, wala na.
I don't have a problem with that. Honestly.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, pero syempre, I mean, I think the question is more of if you're looking for a serious relationship.
Okay.
When do you, I mean, technically the rule is that you don't take people who put out right away that seriously. I mean, generally that's what people say. So when are you the exception? Or how rare is it that you're the exception to that rule?
Oh,
You don't
Jesus.
know. You don't
Yeah,
know
you
when
don't
you're
know.
the exception.
Don't
You
know.
have to
Sorry.
tell them that you want a relationship if you do. Because if you never tell them and if you just assume, oh, maybe this hookup will lead to a relationship, it probably
I
won't.
agree with
Nobody
Therese
will.
here.
Hmm.
There has to be that someone, either the girl or the boy. Hey, I'm starting to have feelings. Maybe we could, take this to the next level. Maybe you and I could really date, right? So I agree with Therese. But if you're not looking for a serious relationship,
Yeah, have fun.
yeah, text me.
Speed dial.
Text me a black message. I'll get it.
Thumbs up lang. I'm in.
No
Okay.
message.
Yung use smiley
Yung
face.
lang. Smiley face lang. On my way.
Oo nga. OTW.
Tama si Cara. Never think you're the exception.
Yeah,
You'll
agree.
only become
Yeah,
the exception once you are the exception. Pero
ito
don't
naman.
assume.
Ito naman, go lang ng go. Sige, okay.
Yun
Sige
lang
lang.
go.
Sige lang. Sige lang.
We're all for it.
Okay, so
What's next? No, go ahead.
Before you rush, so basically what we're saying here is that lust it can happen and it's
Yeah.
about communicating it. Okay,
Yes,
because this is a tricky thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It can happen.
But
But
Okay.
yes, like, don't expect na it will happen to you,
Yeah.
right?
Kumbaga,
It's rare.
the chances are slim, right?
It's so slim.
Okay.
Yeah,
Think about it this way. When people think about let's say a girl and a guy are super hooking up and the girl starting to fall for the guy. And she's
Yeah.
like, oh, if I tell him how I feel, he might get turned off.
Mm.
Girl, there's no difference. If you don't tell him how you feel, you're always gonna be his fuck buddy.
exactly.
Tell him how you feel, and he is turned off. He never wants to be in a relationship with you.
Yeah.
Sometimes kasi guys also are shy.
Yun lang yun eh.
We're shy also, no?
Talaga ba? Shy?
Baka okay, gusto ko siya. I don't want to make the first move. Oh my God. Tapos biglang, I like you too. I like you too. I love you.
Diba?
Alam ko yan.
Everyone's just waiting for somebody to talk, and you really have to communicate. Because if
Yeah.
you don't, you're always just gonna be fuck buddies the whole time.
Roy,
Until
ang dami mong fans, ah.
Oo nga, sino ba mga yan?
And somebody asked a while ago, mag-ano ka daw, mag-pout ka daw.
Okay, next sin.
Next in.
Okay, let's go with envy. So, if an individual, female, male, or any gender, they use you for your clout, network connections, or wealth, you could be easily dating a gold digger. Have you had any experience with this? Of someone trying to get close to your friends, pero ginagamit lang kayo?
But hold on, I have to say, Biel, this is an episode. This is an
Okay.
episode in itself. We have to
Yeah,
say, we're gonna
yeah.
have a gold digger episode, a sugar baby episode. Okay, go ahead, Therese.
I'll only answer if Roy pouts daw.
Oh. Roy, please. Oh, come on.
Shit.
Pout.
Pout.
Meaning like,
Oh.
Oh my God.
Lapit pa.
No,
Ayoko
no.
na.
Isa pa, one more, last na please.
Mm.
Oy, okay.
God.
Guys,
Okay.
call them.
Ayan na,
Okay.
girl.
Okay. Sige, I'll answer since Roy pouted naman.
Yeah.
Thank you.
With anything, whether it's gold digging, whether it's using you for your money or
Mm.
using you for your body or your time or anything, generally, I don't agree with staying with someone or being a doormat to someone who's just using you. Unless you're both using each other, then that's fine. But wala, like, if you're invested and halata naman that the person's using you, I guess talk to that person first, confront. Like, baka naman it's being misconstrued. But if you confront them and then you find out like, okay, I'm just being used, might as
Yeah.
well just, cut it off na. I'm telling everyone to break it off, no?
Has this happened? Wait,
Yeah.
sorry, Therese, because you and Roy have a lot of friends. Like, you guys are very social people. Have you seen this with one of your friends where it's like that girl or that guy is bad
Oh,
news?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely yes.
Yeah, a lot.
What are the signs? What are the signs?
Something that I really didn't like was, and the thing is, I don't know what conversation they had among I don't know what couple conversation they had without me in the area. But I was really bothered when we were a big group of like 15 people, and without consulting her boyfriend, who was my friend, she was like, "It's okay, he'll pay for everything."
Oh.
Ah.
Oh.
You know,
Yeah, tayo.
I get offering, like the couple offering to pay for a group, but I just didn't like how she said it. Like, she just assumed that because he was the wealthiest at the table, parang, okay, siya na bahala. Order lang tayo ng drinks, order lang tayo ng food.
I want to know who this is when we're off broadcast. Okay.
Diba? Parang it's a bit off, especially if you're
Yeah.
friends with the person who is being
Yeah.
offered to pay for shit, diba?
Yeah, super.
You're like, I have my own money, I can pay my own bill.
Yeah.
Ito pa, may question tayo. What about if the other way around? You know, he's just giving you nice things to keep you.
You like
Ganun.
nice things?
Parang binibili ka. Ganun ba?
I mean,
Take
again,
everything.
if we're using each other,
Okay, take everything daw, Kats.
Yeah, huli mo yun.
I
Bibigay
mean, as long as you don't feel gross na.
Yeah.
As long as they're not like and they're not in exchange for sex or like in exchange for maybe
Wait,
not
what do you mean? Sorry, what do you mean to keep you? Like, are you guys together already? Are you like? What do you mean by to keep you?
Kats, expound daw. Pasok ka daw
Oo.
dito.
So, if we're together and you give me nice things to keep me, I mean, okay lang. Shit, ganda ng bag, right?
Overcap said baka naman it could be his love language also. He's a gift giver.
Yeah, exactly.
exactly.
I think it's a
Honestly,
red.
if he's a dick, for me, it always goes back to communication. Like, if you have a love language,
Always,
kunwari, if Roy's love language is giving gifts,
Yeah.
and my love language is quality time, there's really nothing wrong with me showing my love by spending time with him and him showing his love by giving me gifts. In essence, it's like he's keeping me and I'm staying with him and he's giving me gifts. But if there's a weird, abusive, controlling thing going on there, which is a case-to-case basis, I don't know na. Like, iba na yan. That's something that your friends would see, but I wouldn't.
That's why I was asking, what, are you guys together? Like, I mean, they're different.
You get new things when he does something wrong. You get new things when he does something wrong.
Kumbaga manipulative na. It's very manipulative.
It's basically like lying with forgiveness.
Oh, so meaning, if for example, I'm the guy. I did something wrong to Cats. Instead of saying sorry, I'd give her a designer bag or right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just being manipulative. Yeah, that's.
Uh-oh.
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, talk to him. If he still keeps using that means, that's kind of weird.
But I feel like it's the other way when it's flipped and he's giving you a lot of stuff. I think that means that he's really really into you. Because I mean, our list is for when they're not into you. So when they're trying so hard to keep,
I know, sorry, we keep deviating. Okay,
yeah,
back on topic.
if he's trying so hard to keep you, that means he's into you, and then you're not into him, and he's a bit of a red flag. Diba, babe? So next we have
Let's establish it's at the start pa lang. As in, you're not in a relationship, he just keeps giving you gifts.
yeah. That's sketch. Ano naman?
It's not so sketch. It's only sketch if you've already said no and he still keeps thinking that gifts will win you over. Okay.
Okay, so next after what did you say, Nabea?
You're at greed.
Oh yeah, greed. So greed naman, guys, they keep score. They are materialistic and stingy with you. Kumbaga, everything they do for you, they keep track of. This
No.
is
For me, that's a no.
like kwentahan.
Yeah.
Ikaw, Roy.
It's really not good to keep score. Like, okay, if you're the girl, if you're the guy, don't fucking do that.
Yeah.
Like, nagkamali ka sa akin once. Pwede ako magkamali sa'yo, ah. Fuck that. Are we that kind of people na if you do something bad to me, I'll do something bad to you also? Can't we just like I'm so not for keeping scores.
Parang typical kwentihan.
Honestly, kasi for example, I did something bad 2019. I did something bad 2020. I was sorry for 2019. And you're like, you remember 2019? Oh my God, I said sorry already.
Yeah.
This is done. So if you go back to the past, for 2019, it will fuck up everything. Because I'm sorry for 2020 and now I'm sorry again for 2019. Right? So that's just an example. So keeping score and keeping track of what you did wrong, and then when we fight, you trace back to the first one, is like getting mad na naman for everything that you did.
Yeah. So yeah.
So
how is this? What do you mean in the doormat sense of keeping
Yeah.
track, keeping score?
I think it's more
We're
like
trying to bring it back to our topic.
okay.
Sorry, we always we're
But
enjoying
I think it's more of like you're starting a relationship, and then
Okay.
again that's like I think maybe okay, I guess since it starts, it's the most basic things that I got you this drink, and our next date you're gonna get this drink,
Yeah.
or
Okay.
I texted you first. Next,
Sorry, bro.
I'm not gonna send you a text until you text me first.
No, yeah, definitely whatever stage of the relationship you're in, that is a red flag.
And I feel like it's a sign that he's just not that
You're a
into
doormat. I think you
Yeah.
should cut it off if somebody is that makutkot with every single thing you guys do. Because if you plan on staying together forever or for a really long time, you are both gonna have turns making mistakes. And
Yeah.
you're both equally gonna have turns doing something really sweet and caring and loving for each other.
Yeah.
Those are things that you can't qualify or quantify. How are you gonna have a point system for that, diba? 1:1.
Yeah. Oh,
A bad way to start to begin with. That's not gonna end well, I don't think.
I think one of the good examples here is a lot of like superstars or athletes that still stay with their sweethearts when they were young. Because like they don't really
Dwayne Wade and Gabriel Union.
Yeah, exactly. It's more of like when we mean like greed and materialism, it's like let's say you're a very successful businessman or like an athlete and you get to this certain level. So all the people that are going like, magnetizing towards you are actually attracted to your wealth and what you have and not really you. So I guess this is why some successful people, they still stay with the people that saw them when they were in the bottom. Diba? Parang ganun.
lumayo pa tayo sa NBA. Guys, Manny Pacquiao and Jinky.
No.
God.
I don't think that's a scorecard. I don't think it's that jinky or that these people accumulated points and then they're like, now that you're famous, I want to bring out my points. I think it's more of like just going back to the being a doormat, huh?
Yeah.
You give and then you take.
Yeah.
And if when you're a doormat, all you do is give. And if all you do is give, you're just gonna lose everything. You lose your dignity, your self-respect. I guess for these girls, it's more
Your
of like
soul.
your soul.
Patingin nga.
Right, sige, mo nga.
Wala na nga eh. I'm kidding.
Naubos na.
Naubos na eh. Kinuha na niya eh.
Oh.
Sino yan? Okay, pag-usapan
Yan,
natin yan.
go.
Let's talk about it more, Roy.
Don't you have another question?
Okay. Sige. We'll skip you, but we'll be back.
For me, point system is bad. Do not keep track with a point system. But
Exactly. At any point.
do I believe in the whole give and take that sometimes you have to give more and then some days you can kind of reap the rewards? Yes.
Okay
I do
lang
believe
yun.
in investing your time in helping and loving someone and then reaping the rewards of when they're successful.
Just how Jinky is reaping the rewards. You go for it, Jinx.
One good example
Well-
is Heart Evangelista and Chiz,
Oh,
right?
dear.
They went on a fishball date in UP. So, if kung mag-date man kayo at sobrang simple lang ng date nyo at na-enjoy niyo yun, sakto yun. I
That's
think
cute.
she really likes you, right?
That's
Okay.
really nice. That's really
Diba?
nice.
Nakakilig.
Yeah. I mean, if you accept me for like how simple I am, and then you stay with me until I'm really wealthy. Whoa, diba? That's a keeper. That's a keeper.
Yeah. Agreed.
I think we all want that.
Yeah. Yeah. Cheers.
But you're already successful eh.
Pero gusto ko pa ng isaw. Miss ko yung isaw sa UP actually.
No, what I mean is you're already successful. Parang now you just have to spot the guy that likes you for your success and who likes you for like general talking and basics and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I guess that's all we can do right now. It's all virtual.
I know.
Talagang yan na lang nagagawa ngayon.
If
Okay.
somebody
So
do-
habang FaceTime kayo, maglabas ka ng isaw. Oh, I'm sorry ha. I like this kasi.
Oh, good.
I love isaw.
I'm a
Sorry, you
simple
have a
girl.
question.
Yeah, I'm a simple girl. Like you're from UP. Eh. Oh my God, fishball.
Love. Mukha naman akong card. Like, I eat like lamang loob. Hindi niyo maintindihan yan. Anyways.
Bea, go.
Okay,
Your
next.
favorite one.
Yeah, it's also in relation to how many isaws you can eat. So, gluttony. Ginagamit ka lang to eat out in places they like and they treat you like an eating buddy, also known as friend zone. What do we think of this? Any examples?
See, we're all quiet. See? Wala. I don't think I've ever experienced someone who took advantage of me because they wanted to eat. No. Honestly. Oh my God, I like you. Can we eat out there? Like, I don't think I've ever experienced that. Someone who took advantage of me because they wanted to eat out in a fancy restaurant. Wala. I'm sorry. Parang wala eh. But if mangyari nga yun, I'd be like, sige, fine. Where do you want to eat? Japanese, Korean, steak, truffle pasta. Yeah, let's eat
Sabay-sabay
there.
ba? Ano to, buffet?
Buffet, whatever you want. Eat.
I got
Eat lang. Eat lang. Basta later, dinner, yung
Dinner kita?
Dinner kita. Dinner mo.
Sino ka, Harry Roque?
basta mamaya dessert kita. Ay,
Ay,
sorry.
Mumahari Roque na yata to si Roy eh. having
dessert
having
ko.
dinner with my dessert.
No, but come on, guys. I don't think I've ever.
I don't
experienced
think. Yes, same.
Yeah,
How about,
it's so
how
weird
about
though.
you, Bea? Although parang remember our first caller, Bea? I think it's kinda like that's not really gluttony, but he was just selling.
He used Bumble as a marketplace. I
Yeah,
guess.
for food.
Well, for me, I mean, it comes to two instances. One was, Roy, di ba we had a friend sa UP na parang ganun yung arrangement nila. Huwag na tayo mag-name names, pero may ganun.
Hindi
Na
yun! Kaya ka ba yun?
backstage.
Okay,
But then,
okay.
okay, this is the more important one. My ex, we had kind of an open relationship to the
Okay.
point that we would talk about people we would go out with. And
Okay.
I remember him telling me that, the women that were around, I don't know where he hung out, but basically that's how they worked. It was like whatever they wanted to eat, that's what they would tell you. So if they felt like they were craving steak that night, they're gonna tell you, I want steak in this restaurant, and if you don't want to go to that restaurant, then it's not gonna happen. But in exchange, like what you said, Roy, may kapalit yun. So it can happen.
It's well, fine. Sige, where is this? Where is this? Like,
Location?
Why
It's
Yeah.
does it appear cheaper if it happens in the Philippines versus Australia?
I think it
Yeah.
happens
Why?
here. More so the women here than, let's say, Australia. In Australia, it's very straight up. Like, they don't go like, I don't know, I haven't really encountered, the women in Australia are very strong. They probably would go to football. Mag-beer na lang tayo dyan sa kanto. Ganun yun. In the Philippines, I feel like women like to be worshipped or pampered.
Wine and
Yeah,
dine.
it's more of
Yeah.
yeah. So in
How about
some
our
sense,
viewers, guys? Do you guys have any gluttony red flag experiences that he's just not that into?
yeah, maybe
Share with
they can
us.
share, and then we can like talk about it, cause it never happened to me, so
Yeah.
I can't. I
Yeah,
can't
me
share
also.
any.
Yeah, personally, I've
And
never used a guy I've dated to eat out in a nice place.
Right? Shit, gusto ko ng truffle pasta. Hi.
Guys, call Roy. Padala ng truffle pasta, please.
Oo nga, parang yun yata yung hilig niya eh. Roy, we got you.
Ako bahala sa pagkain nyo. Basta,
Oh no, okay, but with or without someone's experience, just answering honestly, in my own opinion, if it happens once, it might be a funny thing, like the guy or the girl trying to be cute. Like treat me out. Like I want to be treated tonight. That's fine. It's cute if you're drunk. The second time, awkward. The third time, dude, do not keep treating a person out just to spend time with them. If that's
Guys,
all they ask you to do.
yeah, we have a perfect one here. Okay, my ex cheated on me and kept me around for a while because I would pick her up from work and sayang daw free dinner. It happens.
Dude,
You
and
get used for
exactly why.
food.
He's your ex. You walked away. Good for you.
Good for you. Iwan mo yun.
I hope she's still your ex.
Oo, wag mo na babalik.
Ito pa.
There's a guy I really like, but he won't ask me out.
So I used an excuse to eat at this Japanese place he wanted
So
to
see,
go.
okay, so that's different.
Ah,
That's
never.
different.
Never.
Yeah, that's different. That's a way for you to get in. Like, okay.
Madiskarte ka.
Oh, madiskarte ka. Good job for you.
Good
But we're talking about being a
job.
doormat. I mean, we're talking about like being
Yeah.
a doormat, right?
You're not a doormat.
You
are
are
good person.
actually good. Galing niyan, gagamitin ko.
Unless,
No. No, if the guy does not ask
all
you
the
out
time.
ever, and all you ever do is ask him out and treat him, then you're a doormat. Pero if it's like the first few times and it's like discarte mo, good for you, girl or guy.
Galing.
Yeah.
Pero yun nga, don't make it a habit. Make it your way in, but don't make it your everyday thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is not a good
Ang
habit to
galing nun
have.
Ang galing nun Like Japanese.
Na-inspire ka ba?
Roy's like, oh, noted.
Inspired si Roy.
Pag may nagtanong sa akin, oh, you like Japanese? Bakit?
Okay. So guys, next.
Ano?
Bea's favorite was gluttony. My personal favorite is wrath. So they are bitchy and rude to you, especially in the beginning. When they shame you in front of their friends or your friends. And I guess sometimes people would mask it as humor or negging, or they're just being moody, something like that. What do you guys think of that?
That's hard because I think negging can work. Definitely.
I like negging, yeah.
I think negging can work. I don't like it, but I agree that it can work because there's always like some kind of challenge with negging na parang wait lang, do you think I'm not as smart as you think I am? I'll prove it to you. Or do you think that I can? I'll prove it to you.
Mm-mm.
But if the person's like degrading you in front of his friends or your friends, as in degrading ha, like disrespect, not joking, not teasing, not palaro, not flirty fun, that's bad na.
Yeah.
But like, yung flirty like, huh? Or parang, athlete ka nung high school, doesn't really look it. Yun yung parang okay, malandi pa, gotta prove himself, show me pictures or whatever. Pero
Yeah.
yung parang, you're so fat, like you're not fit, you don't know how to blah blah blah. That's not even trying. That's not even flirtatious.
Yeah.
That's just being bad. It's like being
You're being
rude.
a bitch. You're either being a bitch or a dick. Oh, true.
I agree with that. That's why. So honestly, I like nagging because personally, my love language, like I've said before, I'm not the type who'd say like, let's say I'm hitting on Roy. I'm not gonna say no, Roy. I love your hair. You're so
How would
foggy.
you neg on Roy if you were negging him
Like
right
when you suck on your jewel, you're so foggy. I wouldn't say that. I'd be more like
This is.
I'd be more.
I mean, oh, you like this?
No, I don't.
Baboy pa.
Ayoko yan. I'm not the complimenting type. I'd be more like, great talaga. You look so. I don't know. I don't know what I'd say. I'd say something to tease him, not compliment.
Who's Giancarlo? This person has a very interesting question.
What if?
It was
Oh
like,
yeah.
if you're in a sub-dom rel and public, okay.
What if you're in a Oh, that's different. That's very different.
That's a fetish, right? That's a
Follow
fetish.
your
Yeah,
kicks.
that's not
Follow
negging. We
your
already
heart.
talked about it beforehand.
Yeah, that's another thing.
That's flirting that nobody else understands except the two of you. But you guys know you're flirting.
Isn't that a fetish?
And yeah, it is. And you
Yeah, it
talked
is a
about it.
fetish.
And again, if you're a couple and you want to explore your sexual boundaries in a sub and dom way in public, go for it. But I
Yeah,
think that's different though.
I don't think that's negging when you're. Let's say it turns both of you on to humiliate each other in public, but you both know. But you both know that that's what turns you on. Like, it's your thing. I don't think that's negging. I think you're both flirting, but it's like only you guys understand it. Who cares what everybody else thinks?
Yeah.
Wait,
Go
guys, if you like it, then go for it. If
More
it turns you
power.
on, then leave ka na lang sa house. Like, oh, tara. Or like, you're humiliating me kanina.
This, you know, the thing with
Pinahiya mo
the
ako.
with the thing with the seven sins, it has explored different territories. I think we've got more topics now than our main topic.
Yes.
Wait, ikaw, Bea, may experience ka ba with wrath early on? Na you feel like, okay, he's just not that into me because he's being a dick early on.
No, I towards the end. It was definitely wrathful. I think when you're on a date, like on the first few months, it shouldn't be. There should be no wrath.
Yeah,
Yeah, there should be no wrath. Like,
Yeah.
best foot forward. Right?
Oh, okay. Sorry. How about this? Wrath on someone else. Like I think that's a bad sign.
Yeah.
Because
dating a
I've seen
hater.
that where let's say you're going on a date and this person picks up a fight with someone else, like a stranger. Or I mean we talked about this, it's a red flag. But I think
It's a red flag.
if they really liked you, they would respect your space and they wouldn't act like an idiot. So the fact that they created that tension or wrath, it means that they're more into themselves than you. So that's just my only experience with that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Ako naman, like, for me, like, my experience with the wrath na, I guess I fooled myself into thinking sometimes when somebody's super comfortable, na they feel like they can express their bad moods or they can kind of project it on me. Somehow, the delusional me na holding on to, I don't know, whatever connection that you felt, would be like, no, he's just acting out because he feels comfortable or he feels like he can show his true self or he wants to vent or the lies that you tell yourself. But I feel like when somebody wants to show you their best side, what a normal person will be doing to somebody they like, they wouldn't show you their moods like that, diba? So
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's a big sign that they're just not that into you. Like you're just like, I don't know, like a pincushion or like a
I don't know.
therapist.
I don't know if it's a sign that they're just not that into you, but definitely it's probably a red flag.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean,
So actually, with Wrath, they didn't naman shame me in front of her friends. It was just that she was bitchy and rude to me ever since. Like whenever we would fight, we would argue about things. She would be like, "Ah, you're like this, you're like that. Ah, you, fuck
was this
you."
your college girlfriend or the latest one?
College.
Timeline. Pinpointing. Which one? Which girlfriend abroad?
Yeah,
Like,
so she
mag-agree
was
ako eh.
really,
Mag-agree ako sa
really
mag-agree.
we're in the topic of being a doormat. So
Yeah.
yeah, so she was really rude to me from the very beginning, but um, because I am who I am, I'm the type of guy who doesn't give up. So I kept on pushing until I was like, okay, maybe she's just like that. I set my mind that okay, maybe she's just like that. But
Yeah.
in the end, I was like, oh shit. Like I should have like left a long time ago. That first instance that I saw na she was like this person, wala eh. That's my personality.
So,
What
pero
did
what
she
was your,
say?
ano,
Wait,
yeah,
ano
what,
sinabi niya? Na parang nagulat ka. You were like, okay, that's
Oh
a good...
shit. A lot of things. I forget, but a lot of things.
pero what was the
She
trigger? What
degraded
made
me
you,
as a
What
person.
woke you up from this whole like, I'll
yeah,
keep...
what was like, tama na,
What
and
woke you
too
up when
much?
you were saying, magpupursige ako until the end because that's what love is?
So at first, we were dating for like a couple of months, and I knew naman na she liked me also, and of course I liked her. But then when we were together na like boyfriend and girlfriend, the first month she was like, "I'm not over my ex." It's like, "Oh shit, you're saying this now?" I mean, phew, fuck. Tangina, sinagot mo lang ako last month ah. Putang ina, wait lang ah. Wait, you're saying this now? I'm
Yeah.
not over my ex. Like, oh, he's better than you. He's like, I was like, oh shit.
Sabi niya?
Parang ganon. In that sense, na like, oh, ganito siya, he's all this, he's all that. So I'm like, then, ando na yung part na, wait lang ha. Sige, parang challenge to. Okay, challenge. So I'll be better. I mean, I'll be fucking better. Right? So that's me not giving up. Like, oh, sige, putang ina, let's do this. So I kept on pushing until naging okay na. Everything was okay. We were okay. But then at the end of the day, when we were over, I looked back. I was like, shit. I should have like read the red flag. I should have seen it before pa.
So how long were you in this relationship before you woke up?
Probably like 3 years.
O siya, tagal.
Tagal!
Tagal mong
I'm a
dormant.
patient guy. I'm a patient guy. Kaya ko yan.
Sobrang welcome home. Welcome home yung
Oo.
signage sa doormat.
Parang sabi ko nga yung topic na to parang, Bea, saan mo nalaman? How did
How
you
did
know?
you know?
But you know what? I would have never thought that because you're such a very confident person. Like I just don't think
Yeah.
anyone could easily like step all over you or say insulting things. But you make a good point about if someone mentions like an ex in the same sentence or compares you to their
Yeah.
ex, their dad, mga ganyan, they're not really into you. They like the idea of
Fair.
you.
Yeah, they like the idea of the relationship, not you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
think
going back to Therese kanina, sorry. You only I like the point na you're a doormat if you didn't have a choice. If you choose to be that, because my love language is service. If I choose to give that service, am I still a doormat?
okay, that's not the
No, I
point.
mean in that
Was
sense.
you
In
can
that sense.
act like a doormat. Parang there are people who act like doormats,
Yeah.
and then there are people who are treated like doormats.
Right.
This is
No,
their time.
yeah. So I act in some of my relationships. I act like a doormat because I like to give service. That is my love language. I will serve. So that doesn't mean I'm a doormat because
But
I
what if
choose to.
what if you know that the ending is it will end, and this act of service of yours isn't really gonna prolong or nourish your relationship anymore? Doesn't that kind of switch into just giving it as your love language to you actually just accepting it just to prolong something that's gonna end anyway?
You don't know naman when it's gonna end. Eh.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
the
Yeah, I
risk.
don't know naman when it's gonna end.
No,
Eh.
well, to that point, kasi the way I see it is that's a different thing. Like fighting for your relationship. That's a different thing. That's not really a
Yeah,
doormat issue.
yeah. Right,
With
right.
doormats, kasi it's let's face it, doormats are people who it's not that you're under, it's that you're the one that is sustaining the relationship,
Yeah.
not the other person.
Yeah.
Meaning every single day is planned by you. When it comes to scheduling stuff, you're the one who's always left waiting. When it comes to making excuses, you're the one who makes excuses for the other person. Literally, like you're just waiting for them to call
Yeah.
you.
You just react to basically everything.
Yeah.
You
And
control the show.
I think that being a doormat is in any relationship it's kind of like a gas tank. You only have so much to give. And then if you keep
Yep.
on giving and then that's not replenished by like gassing up.
Yeah.
And by gassing up in a relationship, I mean the other person has to give you something back in return. You're gonna run on empty and then you're gonna break down and then you're gonna stop working.
I think all doormats are like that. Like you will definitely lose your shit after a while.
You lose a lot.
Lose a lot
You lose
to
your
the point
confidence, your
yeah,
self-respect, your
exactly. Yeah,
actually most
The- the-
those are really important things. You lose your confidence and your self-respect. And a lot of the time you lose your dignity also kasi
that's true. That's
you're
true.
doing things that you never thought you would do, but you're doing it for the sake of love. But
Right.
is it really love when it's not two-sided?
when it's one sided, yeah, it's not.
Diba?
Mm.
That's what's
So
hard.
we're basically on to our last deadly sin, which it's not my favorite, but I think this is one that really strikes a lot. It's sloth.
I think
And
it's the
it's
most telling. Yeah.
No, I
yeah,
think it's the most telling.
yeah.
I think.
It's when people don't make an effort and they have full of excuses of why they can't go out with you, why they don't want to go out with you, why maybe they're not ano yun? Yung kanina, they're not social. Yun. That's one of them. What do you guys think about that? Like, have you encountered that and you just wanted to shake a friend or like shake yourself that obviously this person is really not into me?
Honestly, if okay, so kung super like if you're giving everything to this person and you feel like I don't know how to say it, pero um, you pity yourself na because you're actually like begging for it. That for me is like, dude, you gotta stop. You gotta stop this. Like you're begging for love, you're begging for attention, you're begging for a lot of things that she's not giving. I guess that's the time that yo, You better wake up. Just stop. Love, you don't have to beg for love. You don't have to beg for attention. If that person likes you, you don't have to beg for it. Love
Yeah.
doesn't have to be that hard.
Oh, gusto ko yan.
Why do people make it so complicated?
Oh my god, wait lang.
Yeah.
Okay, please remember, love shouldn't be that hard. Or
It shouldn't
infatuation.
be.
Shouldn't be that hard.
Why do we make it so complicated?
No,
Why do we have to make a show of it pa?
No, this is why I super agree with Roy, and I will let Roy continue because his story is so compelling and riveting.
No, I mean that's just it, man. Like you don't have
Tearjerker, Roy, tearjerker.
you don't have to beg for love. You don't have to beg for that hug or that beso when I see you. Or dude, I just fucking drove how many hours just to see you. No beso, not even a hug.
Oh my god.
Fucking hug me. Fucking kiss me. Parang ganon eh. I don't have to beg for it. You should give it freely. Like you should give it because you want to.
Yeah.
And if you don't give it, dude, I have to think about it now. Like, oh shit, is this really for me?
Or is this the person that I'm supposed
Is
to be?
this a person I'm really gonna end up with?
Parang if this is love, why is it so unhappy?
Why is it so unhappy to love?
And then you start to realize maybe you're the doormat and it's not love because you're not happy. Love's supposed to make you both happy.
Yeah. Exactly.
How did this episode get so dark?
No, okay. So
It's not dark.
feel like-
It's not dark.
I feel like we're not
Yeah.
We're not
It's
giving
not
it
dark.
respect with their makeup.
it's not dark, but you're talking about doormats and you're talking
Yeah.
about people
Yeah.
who have given all.
At the end of the day, being a doormat is very painful. I have never heard of like, oh my god, I was a doormat, and it was a learning experience. No, like every time you look back at being a doormat, it's a very painful experience because you're only a doormat to people that you actually really really like. Nobody's
Yeah.
just a volunteer doormat for anybody.
No, and I think it's very hard for you to stop being a doormat or for you to realize you were a doormat until you've met someone who doesn't treat you like a doormat or whose
Yeah.
entire personality and your relationship with that person doesn't encourage any doormat behavior in you.
Yeah,
So like Roy said, he drives miles to be with a girl, and when he gets there, she's just like, okay, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
If you're with somebody that you really love and that the love makes you happy, he will drive those miles, and then when he gets there, she'll show the excitement. Na parang, oh my god, thank you so much for coming. I didn't
I would
know
love-
what, like,
I would love for you to jump on me and hug me. Like that.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a very difficult feeling to be a doormat, and I think we've all been there, obviously. But to be honest, I didn't realize how much of a doormat I was until I got together with Felipe, and then I was like, "Wait, why are you texting me on time? Why are you asking me what I'm doing? Why are you doing these weird things that are like normal, that are making me feel confident in myself and how I feel and who I am?" And then when I brought it up with him, he was like, "This is how you act when people like you." And then I'm like, huh, this whole time has that guy not liked me that much? It's like, diba? It's like when somebody likes you, they show it a certain way, and then
Yeah.
it's only when you're with that person where you're like, obviously the guy I was at doormat to did not like me as much as I liked him.
Pero why do we lie to ourselves? Why do we transform into those doormats? Because admittedly, we're all guilty. Why? What is it?
It's because of movies, TV shows, and Pinoy culture. And I will tell you why. All TV shows will only show the best part of the relationship. They never show the couple communicating. They never show anyone being rejected, which is normal. And then even with Pinoy culture, we keep we keep glorifying being the martyr.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Pinoy culture, like, kung ikaw yung martyr, ikaw yung victim, you're the one that everyone feels bad for. But that's not true. Sometimes you kind of bring it upon yourself. And then
Yeah.
kawawa the person that you like. They're not doing anything except not liking you.
Yeah.
And everyone's just mad at them for not liking you when you're just not their type.
Yeah.
I love what you said though, Therese, like about when you finally met Felipe and it was like, this is how it should really be. Because we're at this age of 30 years old and it's just taken me like this long to be like, this is what it's meant to feel like. It's not meant to be that other side where it's like, all this like I experienced sloth, wrath, all this like sins that are you never realize until you're with someone good or you meet someone good.
Dude, the first time I was upset, Felipe was like, I'm sorry to be talking about Felipe, but he actually sat me down and he said, "What's wrong? Why are you acting this way?" And I was so scared to say it. And then when I finally said it, he was like, "Why didn't you just say it in the first place?" And I was like, I was so scared if I told you, you'd get turned off and then break up with me. And it's like, it's not how people work.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized if you are so scared to tell someone how you're thinking, what you're feeling, or if you're so scared to communicate with someone, because you're scared of losing them. That's part of the problem. That's part of you being a doormat. Na parang you can't even communicate what you
Yeah.
want, how you feel, and what the problem is.
Yeah.
And you're not into them. Basically, let's reverse the argument
Yeah, no,
here. It's not he's not into you. You're not into them if you're not.
if they leave you because of what you say, they probably weren't that into you.
Yeah.
So just say it na. Because if they leave you, fine. At least you know you should move on to somebody else. But if they don't leave you, you've just established
Hey.
communication point.
Yeah,
Your
and I really like
keywords
this one. Yung I guess
is
you just
you,
need to know what you deserve. I think that's very important. We probably settle or sometimes we think that's the best you can do. You just need to know what you deserve. That's something we have to like be self-centered, know that you deserve more than being a doormat. Like, diba? Like, we have so much to offer than be a freaking doormat. Okay, so that brings us to our next stage, guys. So just our takeaways. Knowing what you know now, what would you advise yourself or maybe even your younger self if you feel like you've progressed from being a doormat when it comes to dating or mending a broken or disappointed heart? Because again, being a doormat or finding out that somebody's not that into you is very painful and disappointing. So what advice would you give to yourself or to others?
honestly,
Yeah.
I wouldn't give him any advice. I would love for him to experience everything.
Miss Universe.
Like, fuck you, dude. Tayo na. Being a doormat, tayo na-experience mo yan.
You have to go through this shit.
Hindi, pagdaanan mo yan para matuto ka.
Ganon. Pero what would you tell yourself now? Now that you've experienced the pain.
So, honestly, now I'm... Exactly. So, you should experience the pain and the heartache and everything that goes with it so that you learn. But now that I'm older, I want to give an advice to people out there who's experiencing a lot of pain because of a heartache, right? Let's just say that your life is imbalanced right now because you lost a big chunk of you, right? A big chunk of you is lost, nawala because of a heartache. I want you guys to find that something, not someone, that something that can fill that void. Because that someone who left and gave that void, she's already gone. Now that you fill that void with something of your own, no one can take that away from you. That's yours. You fill that void with your own something. I don't know. I don't know what you fill that void with, but it has to be yours. don't give that to anyone else.
Parang I
So
have
that
the
no one
urge
can take that away
to
from
hug
you.
him.
I know.
I have like the urge to like go like this.
No, I'm just. It's experiences, all throughout. So
Yeah.
that's what I give myself right now. Like, dude, you have to find something of your own, so that when you make that your pillar, when you make that your pillar, no one can take that away from you. That's yours.
Mhm.
Right? If you give that to someone, oh shit, I rely on this person. That this person makes me stronger. What if that person leaves? Di wala ka na naman. Right? But
Yeah.
if that's yours, if that's yours, like, tangina akin to, bro. Wala makakuha nito sa akin. Fuck that.
Yeah.
So guys,
That's the best. That's the best for me right now. Like, yun na yung pwede ko mabigay to everyone.
let's set up an inuman link for after this where we can all just talk and drink.
Yeah.
I still have like half a
Stage.
bottle. I started with this, and now I'm like here.
I can make myself another gin and soda.
You
Okay.
should.
Thank
Oh.
you, Roy. How about you, Therese? Advice.
Not advice, just something I tell my younger self.
Mm.
Shit. How do I go after Roy? Oh my god.
Oh shit! I'm so sorry.
How do I go after that?
So sorry. Fuck. Just tell them like,
No, like,
third
okay.
time's
So,
the charm. Third time's the charm.
so I've been at the lowest where I was a doormat to someone that I really like. And I was actually at my worst. Like yun nga, like I said, when you give everything to someone, you lose everything. You kind of lose your dignity, your confidence, your self-respect. At times, at worst, you lose your reputation with other people. So I think what I would tell my younger self is that it's not the end of the world, and that guy is probably not the one. Because the reason you act like a doormat with people is because you think they're the only person who will who you can be with. So binuhos mo na lahat on that person. And honestly, I can give this advice to younger people, but they won't follow it. It's only advice that you can follow kasi when you're in your 30s and
Wait lang. Pag nag-30 na sila, balikan nila to. Doon nila
Oo.
maintindihan.
Diba?
Pag nasaktan na kayo.
Pag bata ka, when you're a kid and you listen to somebody, when you're in college and you listen to someone like me talk about it like this, you're like, I'll never do that. But you don't know.
You will.
You're gonna
Di naman eh.
You're gonna fucking do it, and then you're gonna be in my
Yeah.
place. But yun nga, like, because I know that you're gonna do it, you're going to be a doormat at one point, I guess. You're going to get yourself walked all over, and at for some people, you're gonna have people talking about you because of how much of a doormat or how easy or how stupid you acted. That will happen. I'm sorry, it will happen. It's a part of life. Everyone will go through it. What I will tell that person is, I can't stop you from acting dumb and acting like a fool and being a doormat. What I can tell you is this. You will get over it. Time will pass and you will learn. And then someday, I hope that because of the stupid shit that you did, now you've learned, then the next few people that you choose to invest your time in are worth it.
That's true.
And then when you invest your time in someone that's worth it, you'll realize, tangina, I was a fucking doormat. I did these stupid things, or I did embarrass myself. Because now I'm with someone who doesn't make me feel like I have to act like a doormat.
Exactly.
Si Roy. Na-apektuhan. Kaya mo yan.
No, kasi honestly,
Yung
like,
passive
yung over-caffeinated, there will be that girl that when you ask
Yeah.
would say when, where,
Exactly.
now,
Yeah.
let's do it.
I agree.
So time heals. You will be
Time
hurt.
heals.
I
Time
agree.
heals.
Time heals. You will be hurt. Heck, dude, it's supposed to hurt. You will learn.
Yeah.
You will learn. But you will recover and you will find someone also. Right? Therese, that's what you
Yeah,
said.
exactly.
You will find someone. I believe in that because I need that.
I need to believe.
Yeah, you need to
I
believe.
need to believe also.
Drink
Oh
your
my God.
wine, ah.
I need to believe. Naka-aircon na ako, ang init bigla. What the fuck?
But yeah, like there are times talaga where everyone thinks this is the end. This is the only person I'm gonna ever love like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's probably not, unless, okay, the only time I really believe in those cases is when they're a married couple and the person dies of a terminal illness.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they had no choice in that.
Yeah.
That
Trust
person
the
disappeared.
timing of your life.
Trust the timing of your life. Yes.
Agreed. Bea, ikaw naman, take away.
Okay, mine is super light lang naman. Ito, like, it's a little bit of combination of both of yours, but I would tell my younger self na madami pa dyan. Kaya, yan.
Yeah.
Yun. So, in that time nga, like what Therese was saying, like, you really think the person's the one, and like, you've invested so much time. You've really thought that this person is like the one or someone you want to be the one. But these signs, these sins will help you. And just in case you don't listen to us, madami talaga dyan. Marami naman, billion naman tayong tao. Marami ka namang option. Even if you feel hopeless at times. Yun. Shari,
Yeah,
ikaw.
we're 30, so I mean, dami pan tayo.
Yeah, oh my God. Hanggang 90, kaya nyo pa yan.
Yeah.
See, you have to kaya nyo.
I love how Shari's getting comfortable. She's like, I'm about to lay out my shit.
No, mine is also very, very simple. The advice that I would give to myself, to be honest, like, okay, the advice I would give to myself now and to people is be self-centered. Like, know that you deserve, like, you're worth more than to be a doormat. Like, think of it that way. When people don't reciprocate your feelings, don't, it's not you. It could be them. They may not be ready, but that's not your issue. Like, focus on yourself. Give as much as you want to, and I guess don't pull back. But respect yourself. Respect
Yes.
what you have to offer. I think that's the main thing. Know that you deserve more than being a doormat. And again, if you do end up being a doormat and you feel like somebody's not that into you, go through it. It's very painful. Everybody's gonna go through it, and don't belittle it. And just say that was nothing. No, embrace it. Listen to some
Yeah,
Miguel, some ice
yeah,
cream.
true. That's true.
Go through it and learn from it because it happens. Not everybody's gonna like you, and down the road you're gonna find somebody who likes you, and it'll be worth it. Diba?
Yeah.
The
You
only
know what?
Sorry, go ahead.
Go.
I was gonna say, when I look back on it now, the best thing that I realized, which is the only good thing about being a doormat those years when I was in college, was that when I finally actually got together with Felipe, I was like, oh my God, the stark difference of being a doormat and of being with someone who's your equal. And that's what I mean. Like, you don't have to meet someone who don't treat people like doormats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't be that.
Yeah, that's not a
person.
good thing. That's not a good
Don't be
thing.
that person who has been a doormat and then you treat someone else like
Yeah.
shit in revenge. Do not.
Yeah, it's not a good thing.
But again, like I said earlier, I was a doormat, and it was mostly because I acted like one, not even because the person I liked was a little shit, because they weren't. But when you meet somebody who treats you like they're equal and who actually you're a good match with, then you realize, like, why was I being a doormat in all those other cases when there are people like me who I can talk about this nerdy shit with or these things with, and it won't feel weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The one
Quick
book,
question.
sorry.
Hold on, Bea, may question tayo. How about over-caffeinated? Let's ask him. Okay. Oh,
Wi-Fi
over-caffeinated.
sucks.
What's your takeaway? Is your Wi-Fi better?
Is it better? Can you tell me?
Hey,
Because I'm not here.
hello. Yes, this is better.
Oh, yeah,
Wow,
almost
That
2
is
hours.
better.
Okay.
so much
What's my
better.
takeaway?
Mm-mm.
Nasa bubog ka na yata eh.
Okay. I I agree with Roy. Yeah, you just have to experience everything talaga.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
I
it?
messaged something kasi in sa backstage. May kasalanan pala
Okay.
ako. Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
Uh
What?
okay.
kasi sa akin, my way of thinking kasi is love is not capitalist, you know, like you don't give love to get love in return, but it kind of feels like doormat tea. You know what I mean? Pero
Hmm.
the advice that I would give is you should just find for the person who will reciprocate your feelings, right?
Reciprocate.
And not
Flip it to
and
yourself.
don't Shari, wag ka makisaw-saw please.
I love it.
I am
Shut
gonna
up.
reveal your
Shari.
identity.
I mute
I'm
the
gonna
Shari now.
reveal your identity and who the identity of the girl is.
That's so funny.
Oh,
That's
oh,
so
Shari,
sweet.
you look so pretty pala. Your makeup is awesome. I forgot to tell you.
you should dress up like a cat every day.
Oh, sige na, continue. Oh, over-caffeinated.
Yeah, basta for me, as long as you feel the spark of like joy, happiness, and love, I think go for it. Go for it lang. And yeah, there will be tough times. You're gonna experience that. But what's important is you feel that spark. You know what I mean?
Okay, so anyway, I want to add to that,
Mm,
like what
I'll add
Therese told
after Roy.
kanina.
I'll add after Roy lang.
okay.
There's nothing wrong with what he said. It's just that I feel like, dude, just don't lose respect for yourself. That's it. Just don't lose that. If ever you do, I think that's a sign of giving up. Like, just fucking, okay na, I don't want this. If you lose respect for yourself, you lose a lot. Because respect for yourself is like, dude, come on, that's yours.
Yeah,
You can't lose
I've
that.
been there. Been there.
So
Okay.
that's
Not
the
gonna go
time
back
you
there.
give up.
Don't go back.
That's the time you give up. Don't even go there. Actually, just don't even go there. Don't even go to the point that you're losing respect for yourself. Because when you do, dude, what else do you have?
Yep.
Right? What else do you have? Nothing. Right?
Yeah.
Sorry. So that's just
Therese,
Yeah.
how about you?
One more thing before it ends. Besides what Roy said, which I really agree with, it's also just going back to what you said. If you really care about the girl, or if you really love the girl, um, you can try to read the nuances of her actions. When you love someone, you have to figure out, are you making them feel uncomfortable, or are they how are they feeling right now? And sometimes kasi, like, she might really enjoy hanging out with you as her friend, but baka nga, she doesn't want to go on a date with you. And I hate to say this, but it's a possibility that
Yeah.
she doesn't see you as anything more than a friend. And the more that you push and the more that you persist, sometimes it's about reading the room. The more that you do that, it might actually be detrimental to your relationship with her. So you could either keep her as your friend and keep hanging out with her. But if you guys aren't meant to be, or if you guys aren't meant to hang out and you keep pushing, you might lose her altogether.
That's true. I agree
True.
with
That's
that.
true.
I agree with you. I
Over-caffeinated.
agree with that.
It's
I hope you've learned a lot, and it looks like some of your insights are pretty good from your takeaways. So we'll wrap up in a bit. But I
Yeah.
do want to share one thing. When I was in my super low point of my first major breakup, being cheated on, I was in Green Hills in National Bookstore, and I was doing research on what book will help me get over this. And I found a book that it's such a cheesy title, but I swear when I read it, it just made so much sense. It's Why Men Marry Bitches. Don't laugh, but basically it just shows like people who are too nice get fucked over. And one of my favorite quotes is, whenever you are too worried about someone else's approval, that person loses respect for you. So although it's a very cheesy title, read it if you're feeling low. There's some good points there, even for men, I think.
And over-caffeinated, stop fighting with me. I only want to give you the best advice. So stop yelling at me, okay? Or I'm gonna reveal your identity.
I
No,
said
okay.
your makeup is pretty, so yeah. It's better than
Okay,
what
guys.
Roy said earlier,
Okay.
okay?
My
I said,
over-caffeinated.
oh,
Huwag
that's
ka
a
na
cat.
makisaw-saw. We're done. We gave you your advice.
Okay, at you. All
Shari,
right, guys. Thank you. Yeah. What?
Yeah, go ahead,
I
Therese.
was, no, I was just gonna Shari speaking as like someone who's been a doormat. Yun nga, the more you give without without it being reciprocated, without your gas tank being refilled, without somebody giving you love back in return, the more you lose. You
Yeah.
really lose your confidence, your self-respect, your dignity, your self-worth.
Yeah.
You kind of lose yourself without it being replenished. So when your friends are the best gauge also. I know your friend, you don't have to listen to everything your friends say, but the moment your friends start getting worried about you and they're like, you are not acting the way you used to, or you're being weird,
Yeah.
don't listen to exactly what they say, but kind of like heed already, like maybe I'm not acting like myself. Because you're losing parts of yourself when you give too much to somebody else who's not reciprocating, who's not refilling it.
I think it's pretty good what you guys said. And you know what? If ever there are people that need like one-on-one Zoom sessions with us, we'll definitely just message us. We'll definitely do it. Sometimes we gotta break it down for you guys. Took
Yeah.
3 sessions for 2 sessions. I mean 4, because we did backstage sessions with Over-caffeinated, right?
Kulang pa yata eh. Maldita pa rin siya.
It's a recovery plan.
No, but can I tell you something? Like, just to finalize everything.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, when you lose yourself, when you lose everything that you have, like your self-respect and all of that. So what happened was, some people have. I'm not naman saying everyone, lahat ng doormat. I'm not saying that. But I guess some or most of the doormats would give their whole world. Like, they will build their whole world around that person that they love. Right? And then when that person leaves, when they break up with you, what else is there? What's left? Nothing. Right? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing is left. So you would think like, oh shit, I don't have to exist.
Yeah.
My world is this person.
So basically, keep something for yourself, right? Keep something
Exactly.
para hindi kayo magsala.
Right? Just hold on to something that's yours. Keep
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. So, guys, I really appreciate all the wisdom you've imparted to Shari and I.
Thank you.
So,
I'm
our
sorry
next
we kept deviating kanina. We just got so interested in the
Yeah,
other
well, it was a really fun.
fun. Like,
So,
Guys,
okay,
next
so,
week is
so
more
medyo ang dami ko
interesting.
nainom. So, like,
Oo nga.
Oo nga. Oh
Wala
my God.
na.
Naubos na.
Backstage, we'll drink that.
yeah, let's do
Okay,
it.
Bea, wait,
let's do it,
tell
let's
me,
do it.
Bea, wait, let's look at this. Bea, what's for next week? Also, thank you, Mamar. Love your takeaway, guys. This show definitely makes my Wednesday nights better. Thanks, Mamar.
Hey, thank you.
Bea, what's
enjoy,
on for
enjoy,
next
enjoy.
Wednesday?
Dito tayo maka-move on. But this one, guys, for our episode next Wednesday, we were inspired by Indian Matchmaking, the TV show, and all reality shows on Netflix. So our topic next week is, well, it's about arranged marriages and getting set up by your relatives or parents. Should you or should you not? Ano ba talaga? Kapaset up pa kayo o hindi? Makikinig ba yung sa nanay at tatay? Blind dates, mga ganyan. So, yeah.
I'm excited for that one. So also,
I
guys,
actually finished that season. So, like, tapos ko na
Na-arrange
yun.
ka?
Hindi. Tapos ko na panoorin siya.
Hoy, may separate inuman tayo. Pa-end mo na.
Also, guys, subscribe to our newsletter. The link is in the chat box. And stay thirsty, everybody. Join us again next week for another episode. And we hope we helped you with your love lives and to become less blind about love and all the things in between, you know? So thank you guys for watching. Catch us next week for matchmaking. Bye! And thanks, guys!
Ooh.
Ay, ako pala. Teka lang, ah.
I'll do it.
Thirsty and 30.